Hello everyone, Shadefyre here, and today for a month or so of Dino, I'm going to be playing through another Trespasser Customs. This is Lost Jungle HD, or Lost Jungle Remastered. Similar to that Creators remake I looked at, this is one modder taking an older map and kind of giving it a glow up. So originally the map was made by Draconisaurus and someone named Mickey, who I don't know anything about, but I assume that they used to be around back in the day on Trespasser. And it was made more or less as just a kind of test for some of the graphical features and density of forest and stuff like that. So I didn't remember it at all, even though I had done a video on it before. So I loaded it up yesterday and played through it, and it's a very short map with basically just a dense jungle area that has a patch of long grass full of raptors, and it leads through a tunnel into a little clearing with a waterfall. Another waterfall, since you also start near one. So let's get in here. I guess he added in quite a bit of music. Oh, sorry, I forgot to say that. The map has been remade by TrespasserGuy, who also did, Palm Gate. So now, we can actually finish the level by finding 8 pieces of a Mayan statue, and then going to a pyramid. There was no pyramid in the original map, so I'm going to try to comment on what the original map had versus what this has, since it's still fresh in my memory. But yeah, I do like the idea of people taking old maps that were kind of cool in the day, but maybe a little basic, and just adding more to them. So already you can tell that there's even more foliage here than was in the original, since this is made specifically for CE. The waterfall was there at the beginning, however this tent over here was not. Dilophosaurs were also here. There were a few raptors, but it seemed like Dilophosaurs were mostly used as raptor replacements. I don't know why there's a dead raptor down there. What do we got in this tent? We got an AK-74U.
Feels about half.
We've seen that in another map before. We've got a bike casually leaning against a tree. So yeah, I guess we have to actually look around all of the landmarks to find those pieces of the statue. There were not a lot of landmarks in the original map. There was a couple. Like there's a monorail station over there, and there was a variety of destroyed vehicles, but not too many things that I would consider like a good hiding spot. So I think a few have been added. This is definitely all new foliage. This fruit-bearing tree, or flowering tree? I can't really tell what that is. Oh, the Dilophosaurs have actually followed me. And now they're slinking away when I looked at them. I think that Humvee is new. Since most of the assets in the original, I think, were default Trespasser assets, at least when it comes to stuff like the vehicles.
Some of them are, still missing.
Look at these cheeky little shits. I think they're actually coded to do that. They've got, like, Boo AI. Well, that one's neck is kind of broken. Oh, no, maybe not. It's backing away. Yeah, so maybe they only... Well, he's still backing away. It would be cool to have a dinosaur like that, but I don't know how much you can do with Trespasser's AI. And whether that has been expanded on at all. Is there anything in here? That might be... Is that a piece of a statue, or is that a brick? Looks like a piece of a statue. So now we know what we're looking for. Right headpiece. That's 1 down, 7 to go. What is this? P90.
Hasn't been used.
I don't think I've ever seen a P90 in one of these maps. But again, I don't... That raptor was transitioning to other dimensions for a second. I don't think I've ever seen the P90, but like I have not kept track of all the weapons I've seen in every custom map, because there's a lot. Okay, over here is the long grass. That leads to the rest of the level, so let's not go that way yet. It should be kind of a dead end over here. This looks great, though. It shows that even in Trespasser, you can do kind of dense jungle, or at least in this version of Trespasser's engine. I see a T-Rex off in the distance. There was no T-Rex in the original map. There was an Albertosaur right near the start, but no T-Rex.
Hasn't been used.
I think this is a fake reflection here. Is that a fish? Just one? I know that the first screenshot that TrespasserGuy showed off for this had a boa constrictor in a tree, so I'll try to keep an eye out for that. He's still following me. They're, like, not that aggressive, but they also won't leave me alone. Ooh, is that a piece? That one's pretty small.
Hasn't been used.
Karamcheti V. Still missing.
Is this a treehouse? There was definitely no treehouse in the original map. In fact, I don't think there was anything over here. Alright, well, I'm gonna drop my gun so it doesn't get stuck, and we'll see what's up here. Ladders are always a little tricky in Trespasser. They work, but they don't work great. And I'm kind of stuck in it. Ideally, you want to just jump up the ladder. I think the Rex is coming over. That would be cool if he came over when I'm up here. No, he's still back there. Okay. We found the hidey hole of the #1 Jurassic superfan. We got Jurassic Park, we got The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3. We've got the music from Jurassic Park 1. When Hammond is reminiscing. What the hell is that, though? We've got a baseball bat. Probably doesn't work. We've got some great stuff here. We've got one of those hybrids from the old... What were they called? The Chaos Gene, I think? Chaos something. We will see one of those in a different map, actually running around. We've got the battle damaged T-Rex toy, I remember that. We've got one of the park Jeeps. We've got the Alan Grant model. We've got the making of Jurassic Park. We've got, I think that's Rampage Edition here. Okay, that T-Rex I think is getting closer. Yep, Rampage. He's not that close. He's just very loud. Well, he took care of my Dilo problem. You guys keep it down out there. We've got a Sega Mega Drive, the predecessor to the Genesis. We've got Michael Crichton, The Lost World, Michael Crichton, Jurassic Park. Oh, we got a bit. I didn't even notice that on the shelf. Right ear. Got a baseball. We got probably a dino egg. The rest of the stuff I can't... Oh, God. The rest of the stuff I can't touch. I think it's all just welded to the shelf. But that's really cool. Just this little memorabilia room. The store kind of opens? Oh, yeah. Night vision. I'm guessing I can't put it on. That would be super disorienting if you could, though. So that's cute. This is a cute little addition to the map. There's a single Coke left in the fridge. I'm gonna go get a soda. You guys want a soda? Anyone? No? Hey.
Got half a clip.
Somehow I don't think we're getting away from here without engaging the Rex. That's not even a Dilo, is it? That's one of the JP3 Raptors. But it's an upgraded version, because I remember these appearing in other maps, and the crest looks a lot better on that one.
Has not been seen by any human.
Maybe it's just the settings I have for CE.
Martin A.S. still missing.
There's the fancier Spas model. I think there is, like, at least 3 different boss models that people have made for Trespasser. Because there's also the fat one. The one that showed up in the arena map. And then there's this one, and then there's the regular one. I kind of want to kill those guys just so they shut up. They're really loud. Okay, I think the T-Rex won, so now it'll calm down. Oh, I see another brick in the back seat. Can I just, like, climb in here? Yeah. Just waiting for one of these seats to freak out and crush me. Okay, so I think we're at 4 now.
Hasn't been used.
What I was going to say, though, is the original map had a Barrett 50 cal as one of the guns lying around, and that seems a bit silly.
Hasn't been used.
Oh, I got an M60. It's about as hard to use as all of the other mounted weapons, but it's still cool.
Hasn't been used.
So over here we have the monorail station. Haven't seen a pyramid yet, but maybe that's in the other area. The other area in the other one, or in the original map, was very small. It was just like a little clearing that was all water with a waterfall coming down. And a Parasaurolophus. Oh yeah, this wasn't here before. There was also no monorail track. I thought it was weird because there was basically a mountain right here. And it was just a monorail station that didn't seem like it had any way to have a monorail built to it. Without drilling through the mountain.
Welcome to the city of tomorrow.
This looks really good, though. Just all the little extra foliage bits and stuff weren't there in the original.
Welcome to Site B, an InGen research facility.
Hasn't
For
been used.
centuries, mankind has wondered about the dinosaurs.
So that was in the original map as well, as when you press that button, a Dilo would spawn up here for some reason. Got a scorpion. We got any pieces up here? I kind of was worried that this would be a real kind of polygon hunt. That these things would be tucked away in like bushes and stuff, but they all seem to be in pretty reasonable spots.
Feels full. Feels about half. Full clip.
I think this is the only modded map that I can remember that has the monorail track, even though that's kind of a significant thing in the main game that runs for multiple maps.
They certainly were serious about their monorail.
And, of course, is still not impressed by Monorail. She does not give a shit. I think there's a piece up there. I probably have to jump off. Can I get in here? Just in case you forgot where you were. Is that, yeah, that's Michael Crichton. Alright, well, I don't think there's anything... Oh, I didn't even notice there's a gun on the desk.
About a dozen.
About a dozen. I hadn't mentioned it anywhere yet. Actually, no, that's not true. I think I mentioned it on my channel's Discord, but I have been offered the possible chance of doing some voice stuff for a Trespasser map, assuming I can actually do it. You know, I told them that I'm not sure if I have good enough audio quality for that, but I'm giving it a shot.
About a dozen.
So hopefully I can talk about that more if it happens in the future. That would be pretty cool. And it's because I said before in one of the previous maps that, hey, you know, I'd love to do my own hup, hup, hup kind of sounds. And it is fun. Like, I've been just kind of messing around and just basically doing stuff like I'll be walking around in my house and then just start jumping in place going, hup, 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 trying to get the different sounds for it. So it's fun to think about. I just, oh, fuck. That was very close to dying. even if it just ends up being like jump sounds, damage sounds, and death sounds without any of the ammo counts, I think that'd still be pretty cool. Okay, I'm also going to save after my near-death experience. Because I would not want to have to do this all again just because I fell off the monorail. Okay, I'm going to throw this gun. It's not doing us any good here. I should probably wait until my health regenerates, but it's going real slow. Alright, number 5. I heard a snake rattle. Of course, boa constrictors do not have snake rattle. I'm stuck. I got my feet stuck.
About a dozen.
So what are we at now? 5, I think? Really should have been counting them. Nobody ever uses that hint screen. I feel like that would be a useful spot to keep track of those objective pop-ups. Alright, so kind of did a lap around. I think this is a very cool revitalization on a map that wasn't really that complex originally, but now it feels more like a fully fleshed out map. It's still short, it's still not a huge map, but I've said before that sometimes I really do prefer they go with more condensed maps that just have a lot to do in them instead of big open spaces with occasional stop-offs. Something I was thinking about the other day after doing one of the other maps is it would be really cool to see, here's me just throwing out another with my unsolicited ideas again, but it would be really cool to see a map that was more or less like an adventure game. Oh, we got some rhinoceros beetles. I was gonna say Hercules beetles. Well, I guess these could be Hercules beetles since those are the largest of the rhinoceros beetles. But I always mix up stag beetles and Hercules beetles. One of them has 2 big pincers in a horizontal orientation, and one of them has 2 very long, large vertical pincers like this. And I can never remember which one's which. Also, I didn't even notice I knocked over these leaves. But yeah, back to my idea. I thought it'd be cool to have kind of a small map with a lot of stuff in it that more or less kind of functions as an adventure game where, you know, you need to do a series of inventory puzzles in a small space, but some of the items lying around are not useful, so you really have to, like, puzzle it out. And I got that idea from Palm Gate, from some of those puzzles, because they kind of felt like the sort of puzzles you'd have in a point-and-click adventure game. So I thought it'd be cool to do a map with not too many enemies, just a lot of potentially useful items and a couple things that you need to use those for in the right order in order to escape the area. Like, I'm talking like even just maybe a one kind of clearing area. Alright, the long grass. There seems to be a bit more of it than there was before. Almost just shot myself again.
Round 10, 9, 7, 6, 4, 3, 1.
Jesus. This is not a good choice to use against him. I was gonna say that there seems to be more long grass than there was in the original. I think it started, like, over here. But there was
Hasn't been used.
4 or so raptors? 4 or 5 in the grass? I like that you can kind of jump to see them, though. What are the boys doing down there?
Empty.
Wait, she said empty? Oh, she must have said almost empty. I was gonna say, she said empty before it was actually empty.
Van Hall ST also still missing.
wish I'd brought more guns now. Oh, well. Van Horn had an M16, and it's the fixed version, not the kind... Oh, maybe not. I was gonna say, not the one that gets stuck on your face because the stock is too long. I knew there was one behind me. The audio is like, it's cool to have it echoey, but it also makes it very hard for stuff to sneak up on you.
Here's about half.
You know, stuff like what I just did there is the reason that TI keeps trying to limit bunny hopping in his map. Basically, he started adding a stamina system that prevents you from just bunny hopping away from danger. Which is smart, but also I feel like there's certain things in Trespasser... He just disarmed me. There's certain things in Trespasser that would definitely break, like trying to get up slopes. So you definitely have to build your map around it. God. Just need to finish him off. These goddamn long rifles are not good for this kind of combat. Whew. Crap. I was hoping she said nearly empty. Well, the M16 is here somewhere. So keep an eye out for it. And dead. Alright. So, I'm thinking I should probably bring the, what the fuck? Did I get teleported here by my save? I wonder if they just want you to do the whole thing in one go.
Hasn't been used.
Well, I mean, this is the end of the level, I guess. So, this is where the statue goes. I'm just wondering,
Hasn't been used.
I mean, we kept our guns. I was just wondering if it kept the pieces we picked up. I think it does. I've definitely used saves in other maps that had, like, teleport. Or not teleport, but stuff that you absorb.
Feels full.
What I wanted to say is I should really bring that AK
Hasn't been used.
through the long grass. Just fucking chuck it. Alright, now I'm stuck. See, like, this is a place where you kind of need the jump to unstick yourself. I mean, you're supposed to come here at the end once you pick up all the pieces, so clearly there has to be a way back down that doesn't involve shattering your kneecaps. It's just a very steep staircase. And also, where did my gun go? I kind of hucked it really far. Oh. I mean, that's pretty weird. That definitely wasn't there before. We got a Triceratops instead of a Parasaurolophus. I mean, that's pretty cool. It's a little ridiculous, but also cool. And even with Trespasser, I think the rule of cool does still win out over realism. Alright, so are there no pieces in that side at all, which means I missed like 3? I kind of want to go back though and see if any of the pieces I already picked up are gone still, or if they've all respawned. Because if so, that means you have to play through the whole thing in one go.
Miss Dr. A.L. deceased.
Oh, hey. So the original also had a Luger? Or is that a P90? Or not P90, P9? P90 something. Anyway, old German gun. But it was a much more primitive model than this petite little fella.
Looks like 12.
Uh-oh. Well, there's our crash. Alright, so I did a little fly around just to the places we've already been, and I confirmed that our progress has been retained on picking up the pieces of the statue. So, for whatever reason, I don't know if that's a bug or an intentional choice to prevent save scumming, but it basically is going to function like a checkpoint, because anytime we die, we're going to have to go back there, even if I save. However, I also noticed 2 pieces of the statue that I missed in areas we already went through, including in the tent I went into at the very start before I knew what they looked like. So I think those are the last 2 pieces we need. However, because I saved before we did the jump from the monorail, we're still going to have to go back and get that piece as well. However, our first challenge, of course, is we're going to have to kill all of the raptors in the long grass with just the weapons available right now. Really wish I had kept that AK. Though, it turns out the AK in Trespasser is not an AK-47, it's a Norinco Type 56.
Dr. A.L. Deceased.
Which is the Chinese ripoff of the AK-47. But yeah, I kind of wish that we had been carrying that when I got teleported. There is still the M16, though.
Almost out.
Also, I'm not 100% on this, but I think this model I'm using right now is actually just the default Trespasser boss. I forgot how high fidelity that is, but I loaded into a vanilla map, and I'm like, that actually looks pretty good. Okay, I don't think I can come in here because this counts as a building. So we can use that to our advantage. Oh, well, I mean, they will still try to come in if they're close enough to us. God damn. Having a lot of trouble hitting these 2.
That's it.
Alright, well now we're just gonna have to run away. I forgot to pick up the Luger. Which it turns out is indeed a Luger.
Run home, ST.
I got confused because I was thinking it was a P08, but of course the P08 is the original Luger model. So I was actually right, I just didn't know it. Yeah, we're just gonna run. It's too awkward to try and pull out that M16 close to the raptors. Also, seems like they got stuck. Okay. So, I guess we'll go back to the camp first, because we know where that one is. Oh, there he is. I was just about to say, we still haven't found the boa, and then I saw him. So yeah, this is a red-tailed boa. Used to have one of these as a kid. Also, something I noticed is, so you can knock down these ferns, which is kind of neat, but, oh well, it fixed itself there. I was going to say, if you grab them, you can also align them back. Hello.
About 20.
I think this was in the original map, actually, in the same spot. I just forgot about it. So, it turns out, this is an HK91, which is one of the later revisions of the G3, so it's not a SIG 550, but I'm pretty sure there is a SIG 550 in some custom maps. But yeah, you can't really do dynamic light sources in Trespasser, there's only the universal level light source, so the flashlight would not work if it was actually dark. So there's one piece right here. The head.
About 20.
Oh, that's interesting. The flashlight turns off when you drop it. And it does actually have a flashlight. Was that on the original model?
About 20.
I think it was, and they just added an effect so it actually does something. We are going to skirt around the water, though, because there's a good chance I'll lose my gun if I go in there. I already lost the pistol we were carrying when I crossed the bone pond over by the temple. So, there's actually another piece over by the monorail. Aside from the one that we have to reclaim. And that T-Rex is just... He has taken over the treehouse area as his territory. Like, look how many dead bodies are just lying around now. Where do those... There's like 2 Dilos and 2 raptors. Where do the raptors even come from? I wonder if I can lure him over to the long grass. Nah, it's kind of a long distance, and I don't think he'd make it through the creek. But he's very content to just stand here and eat those bodies. At least he should be. I don't think he'll chase me. When your hunger meter is set to max, and there's a bunch of meals just lying around at your feet, why would you go after the meal on wheels? Or on wheel, in our case. So yeah, there's one under here. You can see the Dilo. Wait. Did we kill that one, or is that like a weird spawn? I mean, I think that was the one that spawned when I pressed the button. So there's the AK, where we left it. Oh, that's not a Type 56, though. I forgot, it's an AK-74U in this level. Alright, there's the left here.
About 20.
So now I think we just need the one up here. If not, then I don't know where else to look. Because I double-checked all the spots that I remember us finding pieces. This is going to be the toughest part, I think, is getting across here. I think I need to do a little bit of a run-up on here instead of just trying to do a straight jump. There we go. Oh. Almost went off. I was going to say, though, that it's just low enough that you won't die from falling the first time.
Looks like 20.
Okay, left headpiece. I wish there was a way to keep track of those. So now, I think we could just save and then load the save to get back to the temple without having to walk. But that's a little cheaty, right? That's a different kind of save scumming. So there's definitely not a piece in here, right? I thought I saw one through the window, but I think it was this Coke can. I don't know. I kind of thought if we got all the pieces, it would
About
say,
20.
like, all right, now head back to the temple.
About 20.
So we'll head back, and if nothing happens, I guess we'll do another fly around, so I don't have to actually walk, and see if we can find the last piece. But let's think here. So there's 2 pieces there. There is the one piece by the tent. There is one piece we pulled out of the Humvee. There's one piece we pulled out of a truck. There's the piece that was in the treehouse. That's 6. We need 8 pieces, right? Maybe I'm forgetting some. I don't know. there anything on top of this? Or around this? I feel like we haven't taken a good look at this particular truck. Oh, the door is maybe broken? I mean, I don't see anything. But this is the best way to check. Alright. Nothing inside. Nothing on top. Man, I wish I had been using the fly command all along for that kind of stuff. It would just be very convenient.
Looks like 20.
Though, again, as I mentioned before, there doesn't seem to be anywhere where all of the CE console commands are recorded exactly. Like, ATX had some separate console commands, and some of those work in CE and some of them don't, so I don't know what the full list of things you can do in CE is. I believe vanilla Trespasser, you can actually fly instead of just disconnecting your camera, but I don't know if CE has a different command for that, because when you use fly, obviously, it just gives you the camera, but it leaves your physical body behind, all vulnerable-like. Yeah, I don't think you can actually open these doors. I think they're all like that. I already looked around here. I mean, I guess it's no real commitment to go back. We just have to kill the raptors, and we're much better equipped to do that now. We pulled one out of here. I feel like there should be one in the long grass, but that would be a real pain to find if that was the case. You can still hear that Triceratops eating from the other side of the hill. Did we check under the boa tree? 'Cause, I mean, that's kind of a landmark, right? Gotta be thorough. Ow, he bit me. About right for a wild boa. Though an emerald tree boa would have been even more fitting there for pissy snake in a tree. Apparently those things are especially nasty in the wild and in captivity. They're very pretty, though. They're definitely the prettiest of the boa constrictors. Well, one of the raptors found me. I gotta straighten this out a little bit so I can actually aim with it. Once we kill these raptors, it'll be a lot easier to backtrack and check if I missed a piece if we have to go back. Of course, I don't know how many are left. I think the two back here are still kicking. Oh, son of a bitch, he did have a piece.
About 30 rounds.
We must have already picked that up earlier, and I forgot in the time since... Alright, we got them all. Good thing I decided to check his body again. Ah, he's too close.
20. 17, 12, 10, 8, 5, and 10. About 20. 13, 12. Dinosaur Park. What a great idea.
Did we get that voice line because I killed them all? I guess that's all the raptors. Okay, well, now we got them all, so we just head back to the temple, and I guess we get teleported out of here or something. Look back here. I guess we can't look back here.
Around 10?
I think the original map did not have all these rocks here. The cave was a lot simpler. Every time I start bunny hopping now, I like kind of mentally chide myself. No, you gotta stop that. You gotta stop depending on bunny hopping. Because in a way, it does sort of cheese the already not super difficult combat. But then again, even in TI's stamina maps, you have a sprint, which makes you just run faster, which is meant to be used in the same way as bunny hopping to get away from raptors. You can start shooting them.
Nine.
Okay, good. I didn't anger the bone gods. That would have been really great if it hit me in the head and fired, because sometimes they fire when you drop them. Right, let's go up these. Now I know what they're called, steep pyramids and not step pyramids. Oh, there we go. It actually froze me in place. I was thinking it was just gonna teleport.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. What's that? Did you hear that? There was a second of something getting zapped. Like a raptor running into an electric prod. Alright, that's the end of the map. I was expecting like a teleporter to open in the pyramid, but instead we got aliens. That's the UFO ending for Trespasser. Yeah, so that was a cool expansion on the original map. Because the original map was, again, more of a test, a little bit of a showcase than an actual fully fledged map. Though Drac did go on to make 2 more of the Lost Jungle maps, one of which I have yet to look at yet. Lost Jungle 3. So that one's probably going to be soon. I've already got it set up and it's working and everything, so until the next time, you folks all take care.